Noble. Hey, baby. How are you? You liking the snow? So winter has arrived again, and just before the snow came, the 1st of December, we put up this nice plastic. This is from the old greenhouse that got all torn up, and we put it along the porch to help break the wind in front of the quail here. So today is a winter chore of cleaning out the trays. This is our second snowfall, third if you want to count October, but we had a nice amount December 1st and 2nd during our hometown emporium. But now that all melted. We got some 40, 50 degree weather for a few days. And now we woke up to another 2 or 3 inches of snow today. I don't know if it's supposed to be melting. Hi everybody, Linda, Black Bear Family Farms. And we've now officially had our second big snowstorm. Well, not that big really, it's only a couple inches, but it's our second snowstorm. It's been a long fall. So one reason I haven't been posting a lot was I did not understand storage on a phone. And my phone only had 64 gigabytes. And after a year of doing some videos and things, I had no more storage and I couldn't figure out why I couldn't do videos. So after a lot of struggle and just frustration, I got a new phone with a lot more storage. So now I should be able to start doing videos again. One of those videos I'm going to do right now is to show you the greenhouse. Let me show you. After farm market was done, the end of October, I ended up getting sick, which was fine because I was good for the whole market. And but now it's winter and I still haven't cleaned out the greenhouse, which I wanted to do when the weather was nicer, but the kids shoveled out the front. So earlier in the fall, spring, summer, I don't remember when, we had some kids helping us and we asked them to help dig out the front of our greenhouse because the frost heaves prevented us from opening the door. So they did that and it worked wonderfully. Now we have snow. I'm going to shovel it out and see if they dug deep enough so I'm able to open the door. Let's give it a try. So I dug it out. Snow is very light and fluffy, but we do have a little edge of ice here. And yes, I did not wind up my hose before winter. I can't now, it's frozen. But let's see if the door will open. Get the top one first. Nice! Woohoo! That's great. So here's the greenhouse. We have lots of rotten tomatoes in here, which is my biggest concern. I didn't want them sitting for the next 4 months until spring, rotting. So I'm going to start cutting them down and get them out on the compost pile. Ben and Ivana cleaned out the quail trays and we added it to the pile, and I'm just going to add all this vegetation there too. I think I'm just going to cut the strings so that we can reuse them next year. Not quite sure where I want to cut them. I guess I'll cut them as long as I can. That way we can use them next year. And then I'll just pull these guys out. It smells good in here, even though it looks terrible. But let me clean it up. I turned around and saw that Mr. Noble helped himself to come on in here. If I didn't notice him, he would be locked in here. I'll have to double check, make sure all the critters are out before I lock it up. I don't know if you can see, but the snow on the south side of the greenhouse is pretty deep up against the door. This side will always melt first in the spring because the sun comes that way, but the wind also comes that way, so it's blown a lot of snow right up against the door. So I'm glad the other side opened so nicely, and I'm really impressed at how warm it is in here. It's very comfortable. even to the point where the dirt is not frozen. I'm able to stick the stick right in. When I was outside trying to put some carrots in, the ground, this was maybe 3 weeks ago, the ground was already frozen because we've had cold temperatures pretty much the whole month of November. You can see the snow is sliding off the roof here. Once I get this cleaned out, I'm going to bring in the supports that we put in here so it can take up to a 3-foot snow load. We've never had a 3-foot snow load on top of the greenhouse. We do get it on the ground, but this greenhouse, it's called Planta, and they make a good greenhouse. They're a Canadian company, and they make greenhouses that can hold snow. So that's why we went with this one versus the fabric one on the other side that collapsed on us last year. We went ahead and we've covered it already with a tarp to help protect it and give it extra strength. So that one's all reinforced and ready for winter. On this side of the greenhouse, we had some peppers that were still here, so they're all done. But some of the, I think this is chamomile. This keeps coming up, does great. It'll probably be here in the spring. It's very hardy. And over here on the other side, we have Swiss chard. We planted this in the spring last year. Look, we got some little seedlings coming up. Once it got hot, they didn't do well, but now that it cooled off, that's Swiss chard again. We also have some purslane, which is a great medicinal herb, but not one that I like growing everywhere. We do have some beautiful purple Swiss chard coming up, so we can have some fresh greens in a few weeks. Those are kind of ready right over there. But I like Swiss chard, a lot like spinach. So that was one of the things I wanted to grow in here. I also want to try some carrots, but I don't know if I'll get them in here early enough, or because there's no water source unless, well, last time what I did was I actually shoveled snow in here and just let it melt and then let it soak into the ground. But the soil does look nice. Still has moisture to it. These mums that I pulled out will probably reseed themselves, so that'll be something to come up later. We'll see how the spring does. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out these grasses and pick up all these tomatoes because they're just rotting, some of them. They have mold on them. I don't want that to smell in the spring. So I'm gonna pull them out. But I did see we had a little visitor over here. Let's see where he is. Oh, there he is. Hi, spider. Find somewhere warm. We'll see you in the spring. Thanks for taking care of the bugs. So I found one little cucamelon, and I'm going to plant it and see. I don't know if it's mature enough to actually propagate, but we'll see if it comes up in the spring. So I've gotten everything out that I want to get out. It looks great. I'm glad to have it cleaned out. I've been wanting to do this for about a month and a half, and I'm glad it's finally done. I just didn't want to walk into a stinky, rotty mess in the springtime. So I'm glad we got the majority out. And now we're available to plant anything, anytime, if we want to get in here before spring. I have a heater in here too, that if we do decide to plant something, we can keep it warm in here. I am so thrilled that this opens so easily. Instead of having ice as the problem, we just have to worry about the snow. But here's a big pile of tomatoes and mums and peppers added to the compost. There's Ben over there taking care of the birds. But this is a nice quantity of snow. It's kind of fun when it starts getting in the 12 plus inches, not so fun. We'll see how things are in the spring. A lot of these flowers are gonna self-pollinate, and we'll just have to deal with all their flowering everywhere. But we can do that. It's usually very peaceful when it snows, but the birds are yelling over there. Oh goodness. Well, thanks for joining me again, and I'll try and be a little more prompt in my videos. We're trying to grow our channel, and we're gonna start a TikTok as well as our Instagram and Facebook. If you guys can join us, we'd love to have you. If you need any jams or jellies, salves, or ointments, just message us or text me, and go to our website. They're available year-round, and we can ship them out to you. Thanks, everybody. Bye. I use our little well here as a snow measurer, and so far we're ground level. So we'll keep you posted as the winter moves on.